Gavin and Stacey star Larry Lamb has recalled suffering from a life-threatening illness back in 2010. The actor, 77, who plays Mick Shipman in the show, caught malaria after a trip to Senegal to raise awareness about child poverty. When he returned to the UK from his trip, he started to develop a severe fever that lasted for months, and the illness eventually left him deaf in one ear and developing tinnitus. He has now told the Express of his terrifying symptoms. "It's been catastrophic. I'm famous for never being ill. But I went into complete physical meltdown. At one point I felt like I was dying. But the real shock was when I realized I couldn't hear properly. It was like the worst hangover I'd ever had. For a few days I had a fever which caused me to sweat and then cool again. I couldn't sleep, I didn't have the strength to do anything. It was hellish. If I was sitting with 2 or 3 friends, it was impossible to follow the conversation. I suddenly understood why people with hearing loss can become isolated. Malaria is a life-threatening disease spread to humans by some types of mosquitoes." The Gavin and Stacey cast broke down in tears this week as they marked the final time that they would be together as a group ahead of watching the final episode. The show's creators James Corden, 46, and Ruth Jones, 58, took over as hosts on the BBC Radio 2 breakfast show on Monday and were joined by a plethora of cast members ahead of the sitcom's final ever episode. But as their show started to come to an end, the cast members could be seen rocking from side to side, holding each other while having an emotional moment. Sat around in the studio listening to Run by Stephen Fretwell, the cast could be seen enjoying their last few moments together with a hug and a kiss. And it wasn't just the cast who were left sobbing as fans flocked to the comment box to reveal that they also shed a tear during the installment. One penned, "Oh, I am crying. It must feel like going through a breakup. Such a lovely cast of people. They should all go out and get hammered, and have a fight down Caroline Street." To quote Pam Shipman Christmas Special 2008, "I've actually gone bloody tidy. Been crying all day and now rewatching for the 100th time all episodes, heart. Crying. Brilliant show, bravo. Can't wait to watch the finale on Wednesday." Their emotional display came after fans hailed the cast's BBC Radio 2 takeover as iconic as they declared they wish the stars fronted the show every day. During the show they revealed secrets about the upcoming finale, shared some of their favorite memories from the series and discussed all things festive. And fans of Gavin and Stacey were clearly loving the cast's radio work as they rushed to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share their joy as hearing the actors on the airwaves in the morning. They penned, "Loving the cast of Gavin and Stacey on at BBC Radio 2 this morning. Heading home to the valleys later today, and it's making me all the more giddy. Tidy. #Gavin and Stacey taking over the BBC Radio 2 breakfast show is iconic. I love it. Merry Christmas Ruth and James, waking up early this morning just to listen to you guys. I've watched Gavin and Stacey right from the beginning and can't wait to watch the finale. The crew of #Gavin and Stacey should be on every breakfast show. Hilarious and brilliant, would quite like to wake up to Ruth Jones every morning. #Gavin and Stacey #BBC Radio. Whoa, a treat I wasn't expecting." James and Ruth were joined by Joanna Page, Matt Horn, Rob Brydon, Alison Steadman, Larry Lamb and Rob Wilford for the 3-hour-long special. The last ever installment were in a 90-minute special on Christmas Day this year after fans of the show begged for an end to the story.